So Nas passed down his lyrical torch to Conway the Machine. And you know what he did with it? He duplicated it 1,000 times and then released it twice a day while watering it down in order to get himself popping, making it utterly useless. What up YouTube, Topaz Jakes back for another review, and this one is to that Rico Nasty Nightmare Vacation. And before we jump into the review for this project, first I gotta give you context. First I gotta tell you who is Rico Nasty and how I felt about her leading up to this project in order for you to gather a full understanding of what I'm having to say here. But if you feel as though you know everything there is to know about Rico Nasty, feel free to fast forward to this point here. But who is Rico Nasty? She is a female MC from the Cap, or from Largo, Maryland, who's making her debut album right now, which is interesting. Like, she's signed to Atlantic, and they decided to release her debut project in the fourth quarter. Now, this tells us that either they have a lot of confidence in her, or they're setting her up to fail. And to be real with you, I feel as though it could go either way. It's a bit of both. And don't get me wrong, I can somewhat understand what people see in her to actually see that, okay, she might quite possibly dominate here. And it's because she stands out more than most artists that's out there right now. I mean, just look at how she dresses, and the style of music that she delivers may not be completely unique or anything, but yet it's unique amongst women though. And Atlantic did put in some promotion here, like take her last project, that Anger Management. A lot of people may not realize that that made a lot of people's top charts, like from Billboard magazine. She made top 16 of the halfway through the year list of the top 50. She made The Complex, number 35. She made Rolling Stone, number 10 in the hip hop division. And on Stereo Gum, they gave her number 3. Now, with all that acclaim, you would believe that that project was actually good, right? I don't hear it. Like, this project right here was pretty much just her being female Takashi 6ix9ine. And it works to a degree. It has a bit of a twist to it, but it's nothing amazing by any long stretch of the imagination. It comes off as, okay, Atlantic paid for her to be in all of these spots so it could be promotion. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just gotta understand that these spots are for sale for the most part. So all the acclaim that comes with it, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. Let's take a step back to the last project before that, that Nasty, where you can see she's still trying to develop her own sound because she's coming off as female Takashi 6ix9ine in a bunch of the songs, and then she comes off as female Lil Uzi Vert on a bunch of the songs, or a different variation of what Dash Loaf does. That's pretty much that whole Nasty project. And the last form of promotion that they really hit heavily for this project was the OnlyFans promotion. And for a lot of you who thought that that was a one-time thing for individuals, no. OnlyFans being the website that was really designed for porn stars to get their own money off of their own work that they're doing. Artists and celebrities have been taking that and making their own out of it. But this leads us to the Nightmare Vacation album review, where one thing that was mainly disappointing for me, it was another one of these 2-minute albums, where every song on here is pretty much an average of 2 minutes, meaning that you are either too lazy to create full songs, or you don't have the creativity, or you don't have the skill set to be able to make songs of about 5 minutes long to keep people interested. And in this case, I'll chalk it up to both, on her being too lazy and not having the skill set to be able to do much more than what she was doing here. And I'll give you specific examples, like take the song iPhone. This one actually had potential to being a quality song, but yet she just wasn't skillful enough to pull it off. Where the basic premise of this iPhone song is, okay, these dudes is hitting her up and they all up in her iPhone all the time. Simplistic female type of song that you tend to get, because all of these women these days are only talking about how many guys are paying them these days, which, okay, whatever. But yet a creative individual could have took this into a different direction using the same content. A better writer would have been like, okay, I'm the iPhone. That's why they are so glued onto me, keeping their eyes on me at all times, to the point that I have to be part of their life. Overall, I feel as though this album is a more polished version of what Nasty was, where she's jumping from style to style to style, but she's a little bit better than what she was from that point in time, which is cool. She got her Takashi 6ix9ine style type songs, that Girl Scouts, that Let Her Out, songs that have that uber energy that really only work for when you are in the club or when you are in this particular mood, but other than that, not really. And she also has her rendition of one classic hip hop for this generation, in which she's done this before. Like last project, she did the Dirt Off My Shoulders by Jay-Z. Project before that, she did that Noriega, that what. This time, she's doing the P Poppin' from Ludacris. Now, will I say it was a good rendition? No. And that's a bad thing. Like, you cannot make renditions of classic songs that people remember and make it subpar. But that's what she did. And honestly, that's what she's been doing with this from the beginning. And the last disappointing thing about this is how she brought back a bunch of the old songs that already listened to. Like, you just gotta go through Spotify in order to find these other songs that she added on at the end. That Oh For Real, that Smack a Chick, that Own It. Like, these tracks were added to extend this project because she probably didn't have enough songs. Again, not having the skill set or being lazy could have factored in here, or this could have been labeled saying, okay, you aren't really popping like that, like many people may not have heard these songs. I would say that I was disappointed, but to be real, I kind of came into it expecting something of the sorts because she's not that skillful as an individual, but I can see the commercial viability in her. But you know, we need to delve a little bit deeper into this on her lack of skill set, and we're going to do that in the next segment, the bars. Now, in this brand of music, man, lyricism is a bit of an afterthought. Like, female rappers, they usually just rap about all the guys that they have that's all up on them and jocking them. And you can trace that back to when Biggie taught Lil' Kim how to rap, and that kind of developed the blueprint for all of these female MCs as we see today. And that sucks because there are a bunch of females that could have a lot of skills if they didn't focus in on these meaningless types of bars or content right here. This is why I compare the vast majority of women's punchline bars to wine instead of hard liquor, because hard liquor will tear you up faster and give you more potency, while the wine, you just sip it and you go. And with Rico Nasty being unique and different amongst the female MCs and stuff that's out there, that's why I'll give her like a red Moscato, because mostly women love to drink the pink Moscato. While red Moscato is a bit different, got its own different texture, own different flavor from different types of grapes and stuff. Now, some of the bars I wanted to point out here would be on my hip like a Tamagotchi. Now, this is interesting because was she alive when Tamagotchis was out there being popular? Like, and these are somewhat of the bars that intrigue me that she delivers, because this isn't the only time that she makes references to things that are not of her time period. Like how she said that they watching me like TiVo. Like, I had to actually Google it to see if TiVo is actually still a thing today. And it was up until 2019, I do believe they shut it down. But yet, interesting bars that she would actually know about this stuff. But the most accurate of her skill set would be a punchline like, okay, my whole style is like a family-sized menu. Just whole family sit around just to bite it. Like, that was dry and weak of a punchline. And I guarantee you she thought that she was spitting when she said that. And all of her fans will probably be like, yo, you were spitting when you said that. When that was clearly a weak punchline that is really conducive to everything that she does. Overall, not impressed. Like, I see the commercial viability in her. I hope for her to reach the success that everybody deems that she should honestly be. Her promotion was okay with it, so there's a decent chance of it happening, but I doubt it. The music is subpar at most. I'd give this joint a 3 out of 10.